Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rams will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Cougars offense will get the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Trying play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Ellison. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Washington State going back to work on first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go right back to him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Turning on the Jets. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Washington State has it all working right now. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Just keep slinging it. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Tight end now in motion. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Takes it inside his 30, and he's headed the other way. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. So the Colorado State Rams offense will get the ball for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ellison. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. Caught near the sticks. It's Ellison. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Meriden. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Winfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Rams are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
And the Rams will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen.
You know, and that's why Sky can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Ellison. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snagged in the middle, it's Meredith. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Washington State looking to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Washington State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Using his legs, it's Marshall. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to our team at sunny Lubick Field.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds the tight end, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He got it, and he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Barrels ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. And it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Diving for the score, and they knock it free. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Inside the 30, and here he comes. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Going with the counter play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the catch. It's Ross. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Winfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. He wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. The running back has it. Creates a little space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Got it in the middle. It's Meredith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Tight end finds a soft spot. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just 1 possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pulls it in. It's Ross. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Rushes on him, and they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to him on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cougars need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Avant. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Scanning the field, it's Bauer Nicolosi. Fires to the tight end.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Last chance coming up. Right on the money. And that is how we will wrap this one up.